Hey guys, good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of a new fragrance. This fragrance is going to be a sample review which I purchased from FragranceBd. Thanks a lot. Awesome page, FragranceBd, Fragrance Bangladesh. They sent me, uh, like I ordered four, they sent me two as gifts. So Pantho Bhai is awesome always, and thanks a lot, guys. It always helps me, look at some new fragrances. The best part of this perfume review today, it's a launch of 2019. Not much information on this particular fragrance that it's available on Fragrantica or YouTube. I checked, so that's why I ordered this particular sample. So the sample, it's here. It's 1.5 ml sample. It's ADT concentration. The house is called Tommy Bahama. Previously I have reviewed Tommy Bahama Set Sail Saint Berts, as well as I think Tommy Bahama the Martinique, the green bottle. I have them still somewhere in my shelf. So today I'm going to be looking at a little bit different line of theirs. Okay, always to me, Tommy Bahama and Nautica, these two houses are pretty, like, even though I do not have so many of them in my collection, but I always feel like these are very close to my heart because they're oceanic, aquatic, salty, fresh fragrances they produce, and I love that. So this fragrance is called Maritime Journey, and this is the latest 2019 flanker. Very beautiful presentation, very beautiful, I must say. Like, I haven't felt them in my hand, like how heavy the bottles are, but I can tell from the look of it. Just check out that bottle. It looks like this rope, sailing rope. It has a nice sort of a it represents totally like if you're on the sea, if you're like sort of like a sailor, or like what do you call, like if you're into the marine life, if you're spending a lot of time on the sea, this is kind of a fragrance for these people, or it sort of reminiscent of that. So I will break it down what I got, because I worn half of the sample already. I'll show you, and I will give you some example what to expect from the smell, so you can have a broader idea. So I have seen before, think a lot of reviews on Maritime. Not a lot, but Steven from Red Lessons, one of my favorite reviewers and one of my most dear friends in the community, he reviewed the original Maritime, and then I think he did the deep blue version. There are three in this lineup. Let me show you from my phone. If it don't pick up, I guess, that much. So there, as you can see, there are three. So first one is deep blue, second one is called Maritime for him, the first flanker, and the third one they're showing is the Journey. So far there are three only. Okay, so I would like to try the other two, but this is the one for today. So this fragrance, basically, it's a fresh, sort of like a seaside, or on the sea, this like something to do with the journey on the sea. That's what the name is for. And the dominant notes are apple, lavender, cardamom, moss. They mentioned, I think, do they mention here? No, they mention in the Fragrantica. And they have notes like some florals are there. There's coriander, violet, wild orchid, and then there is like cedar note as well. So basically it's a quite interesting mix. So let me tell you what I get. I have on my hand for some time the dry down. So the fragrance, I will give a fresh spray and I'll tell you what it smells like. So once again, that's the bottle, the name, very nice. I like the font of Tommy Bahama. I think the packaging is gonna look like this, just like the sample. All right, and this fragrance, I think, believe in made in France, made in USA. Okay, so let me show you the sample. It's very interesting. It's light blue juice. I really like it. It's very slight bit of violet colored juice, and the sprayer here, it's hard to tell, but it's there. Okay, and I have worn a lot of it. I gave it like 3 days wearing. So basically, yeah, I know what I needed to know. This fragrance, strength, sense strength on this, it's okay, not bad. It does last on my skin like 4 hours in total, but after the first hour and half, 1.5 hour, it comes close to the skin. So it's kind of like a skin scent for 4 hours. Okay, and it's suggested for sunny days like today. It's very hot and humid. So if you like to wear something for hot days, this is the fragrance I would wear. So the fragrance, when you spray for the first time, let me show you the sprayer. The dry down is a little bit different, okay, but the opening, okay, let's just go to sprays. This is actually, upon initial blast, it's pretty strong, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to wear too much of it because it might get choking. I just realized I sprayed one day like 4 or 5 times on the same spot because I thought it's a small sprayer. What happened was I was kind of like not liking the smell because it became a bit too much, like a seaside. It's like almost like, the not fishy smell. It's like a smell of sea water with seaweed, all those things floating in the air. water, it gives you sort of like a kind of like a feeling. So do not apply on the same spot twice, or do not wear too much of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Go like 3 sprays, great, less is more. This fragrance that I told you, scent strength. So what does it smell like? When you spray for the first time, it smells very fresh, kind of like you sprayed Febreze, like on clothing, and it's like a fresh, not out of the shower. It's almost like fresh laundry sort of smell. Very clean clothes. It's like a blue skies, a clear blue water. Those kind of a theme they're going for. And you can kind of see sort of like a violet sort of feel somewhere. It's kind of like a not salty, but it got apple in it, so it gives like sort of fruity feel. So this fragrance reminds me a little bit of some of these fragrances. Nautica Voyage, it has a lot of similarity to that, but Nautica Voyage goes apple but added salt. This one has a note of salt and I believe musk and white florals. It's very clean, crisp, but this is not sweet. The Maritime Journey, it's kind of sweet with the apple and lavender, sort of like on the dry down. Then someone wrote that it reminds them of Eternity Air, like Calvin Klein Eternity Air. I have the Aqua version. It has some similarity to that because this one has lotus. It has some sort of aquatic blue notes, so kind of similar to this. But this is a tad bit sweeter because it doesn't have the sea, under the sea sort of feel, water feel. This is more fresh, floral, aquatic. The last one is a dash of this one, Polo Blue. It has a kind of like a aquatic theme. So basically it's similar to those fragrances but not quite the same. But you definitely, when you smell it, it will come to you like as a very familiar scent. It also reminds me of one of the Nautica fragrance with the blue juice. I think Nautica Life. I forgot the name. So it's kind of like that. So it's nothing spectacular like wow, you'll be like, okay, this is something brand new I need to have. No, if you're looking for a fresh fragrance, I do not know how much it's going for, but Tommy Bahamas are kind of expensive on retail. I've seen them $75, $85, and I'm not paying that much for these fragrances. So sorry, I need coffee to wake up. So this fragrance, who is it for? It's for everybody. It's for people who love to, like, take their boat out there in the ocean, like you just go for, just like a trip, like Dexter. I would imagine he's just going not for his activities, usual activities, but you like the smell of the breeze, sea breeze. It's like kind of like oceanic, kind of not really salty, but it has a natural smell like Bulgari Aqua. It gives you deep sea sort of feel. So this is not that deep. It's more lighter, airy in the air, and it's kind of like aromatic. But if you wear less, it gives you the best projection and desired performance. So I would say try it. Try to get a sample. See if you like this. This house, they do this kind of oceanic, aquatic, summery scents a lot. So this, I guess, is a nice little bottle for collectors. This is a great bottle to buy. It really looks pleasing to the eye. Okay, I would like to try the other two. Perhaps I'll buy one of them, the best smelling one, because all their bottles look really lovely. So overall longevity and projection for a fresh fragrance is not bad, but it's not beast mode. It's like 7 out of 10 projection and longevity. Very decent. Who is it for? Any age, no problem. On the dry down, however, that mossy sort of lavender, cardamom, sort of a spicy combination, it's not your typical run-in-the-mill like Dunhill Desire Blue, okay, or Polo Blue. It has a little bit, deviation. So that's kind of interesting. If you like those notes, you should definitely try it. Uniqueness is, there's not uniqueness in this. This is very familiar scent. There are at least 100 fragrances like this in the market. Is it a must buy? No. Is it a pass? No. It's a try. And overall, this fragrance, for what it is, I'll give it 7 out of 10. So this fragrance, definitely try it. I think the bottle looks really lovely. That is one of the things maybe you should look forward to. And the smell actually is pretty pleasing. It's not bad at all, but make sure you do like aquatic, deep sea, kind of like a, ocean themed kind of perfumes. Otherwise, you might end up hating it because it has some florals, it has some moss, it has some seaweed like sort of a smell. So if you're not fan of those, maybe avoid it. That's the only thing. Everybody have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and ta-ta.